And the last presentation for today, we're going back to Argentina. This is one of the very few silver-only assets in the world, which is backed by mining billionaire Frank Justra, and run by a good buddy of mine, Joaquin Marias, for Argenta Silver. Good luck, buddy.
Danke for coming. Ich bin Joaquin. I will be speaking today in English, not in German. So don't be afraid of that. Thank you very much, Christian and Kai, for putting this together. And I'm bringing you Argenta Silver, that it's a recently formed company. We have been less than 15 business days in the market, and the company was built conceptually 3 months or 2.5 months ago. We identified a project that it's El Quevar project, which is located in the northwest of Argentina. And in less than 2.5 months or 3 months, we were able to put the project together to make a due diligence, to submit every piece of requirement from the TSX-V to be listed again. We came to the market with this acquisition. So to move forward the presentation here, next, thank you. Forward-looking statement. So this is a company that is coming from the Fiore Group. For those who doesn't know the Fiore Group, it's the group from Frank Justra, and this company has been built by Frank Justra, myself, and some other people that we put this together. I brought the opportunity to the group, and Frank immediately told me that he has been for 40 years looking for a pure silver asset, and that's very, very rare. So what you're going to see through this presentation, it's not silver equivalent, it's million ounces of pure silver. I will show you the third largest undeveloped exploration silver asset from Argentina. So the vision here is to create a long-lasting company that is going to be focused on silver and focused in Latin America. So we ran a private placement to get the project. We ran this private placement. We achieved $50 million during the private placement. That ended up to us with $9 million in working capital. We have 0 debt, and there are no pending payments to the original owner of the project. Timing was perfect. As you can see on the blue line, silver was picking up. The company that was holding this project prior to us was at the brink of bankruptcy. I identified the opportunity. We were looking at a project like this in the group, so we were able to put this together very quickly. Our share price, or the way that we came back to trading, was with a share price of 15 cents, and on that day we went up to 45 cents. Now the share price is finding its level, but so far, for being only 15 days on the market, our market cap is around $60 million. So the investment overview is something that you can go through our website. However, I will go through this during this presentation. But in a quick view, what I will show you here, it's a pure silver project that has seen over $70 million of investment, and that has 50 million ounces of pure silver at a huge grade, 480 grams per ton of silver. Again, this is not a lead zinc project that it's having some silver, or a gold project with some silver. This is a pure silver project. It's not silver equivalent, it's pure silver. And the best thing of this is that because of the situation of the prior owner, we acquired the project at a very, very good price. We paid $3.5 million, American dollars, just that, no equity, nothing. We paid the $3.5 million. The project, it's 100% in our side now. And the great thing about this is, as I say, they invested approximately $70 million. So there is a huge amount of infrastructure in place that it's in our favor. Those are assets that we can use now. So I will talk about that in a minute. This is a slide that I was wondering to put here, and it's something that in between the young people in the industry, I think that we always discuss how committed we need to be with these developments and these projects around the world. And this is something that I mentioned many times, that we are fully committed with this, and we want to unlock the potential of this great project in Argentina, and that we want to give, doing so, value to our shareholders and benefit as well the nearby communities that are surrounding the project. The project is located in the Salta province in the northwest of Argentina. This was one of the best projects for a decade in the northwest of Argentina. Today, probably the star of the region is the Diablillos project from Abra Silver, who also have a beautiful silver project. So Salta has been voted a #1 jurisdiction for Latin America in 2 years in a row. Probably it's going to win again that position, but there are many big companies working in place. El Quevar is located strategically in a corridor. It's the same corridor that is hosting the Chuquicamata porphyry copper in Chile, and it's a huge volcanic complex. So there are 3 windows where we can see the guts of this complex. The project is located, or the main ore is located in one of those 3 windows. The other 2 bowls, or these windows where we can see the guts of the volcano, are barely explored. So the potential of this deposit is huge. We know that there is gold as well in the deposit. It has been drilled, it has been sampled, it's there. What it's missing in the system, by theory, it's a porphyry that should be somewhere within this project. We own a huge land package. It's 57,000 hectares. And as I was telling to you, we have beautiful infrastructure. Externally, we have a gas pipeline, a power line, a road, and a railroad coming towards the Pocitos town, which is located immediately in front of us at 4 kilometers. That's external infrastructure. We also have 2 solar farms. One of them is the biggest one in South America. And for this region, this kind of infrastructure, it's incredible. Internally, we have a ready-to-use camp for 100 people. It was the best camp in the north of Argentina for long, long years until the lithium industry came to the area. The great thing about this is that the previous owner built roads. They drilled 100,000 meters of drilling. They built a tunnel of 1.2 kilometers, and we have all infrastructure like multiple on-site generators, core logging facilities, multiple buildings, and we have all the permits in place that we have inherited from before. So all this is great infrastructure that we have ready to go, and the money from investors is not going to be going into building camps or building roads or building infrastructure to explore. It's going to go straight away to exploration. The resource is split in 2 categories, indicated and inferred. If you see the indicated, most of it. We have 45.3 million ounces of silver on the indicated category at 482 grams per ton of silver, and 4.1 million ounces of silver in the inferred category at 417 grams per ton. And I know, yes, it's a huge grade for a deposit like this. You don't find these grades around the world so much in resources. This is the way that the resource, or the main ore, it's laying on the ground. It's plunging towards its side, and you can see to the far right that it's still open. In 2013, the previous owner left the country, and they left the deposit open. The last drillings ended up in mineralization. So it's still open. We need to make some step outs and find how the mineralization continues towards that side, and that's only what you see here on red. This is part of one of those 3 bowls that I was mentioning to you at the very beginning, and what you see in red is the resource. All the other areas are areas or targets for exploration. For example, Argentina, on the far right, it has seen 8 meters at 779 grams per ton of silver. We're still talking about pure silver. So the potential of the area, it's amazing. We need to start connecting here dots and do some drilling in between these targets and try to put things together, as well as a step out of this resource to start finding how far it goes. The exploration plan, for us, it's divided in 2 phases. It's been 10 years of nothing. It's a project that for 10 years it has been completely dormant, so we need to recondition a bit the camp, recondition a bit the roads, and start growing. First step for us will be to put all the information together, start putting every piece of information that the previous company gathered until 2013, and with that we will do a remodeling and a reinterpretation of the deposit, and we will start targeting in a surgical way and a surgical manner targets for the phase 2, that it's going to be the drilling of those targets. That will be probably happening maybe in between March or April of the next year. I am coming from Argentina, and I have been showing this in Europe for the last few weeks. It's very recent. I was with the community leader from the Coya community in Salta, and I have to say that we have a very good agreement in place at this moment with them, and the idea is to respect each other and to keep going further with the work. The same happened with the government meeting, as you can see on the picture on the right, with the production minister and the secretary of mine. Great meeting, great outcome. So we have social support, we have the support from the community, we have all the infrastructure in place, and this is a great, great project that it seems that it's going to be going for many years from now. I don't need to speak about Argentina because my friend here has done all the work. So thanks to him, I will skip this slide. Silver today for tomorrow. Everybody has been talking about silver. Today, Argentina is the 10th largest silver producer of the world. What you see there, those panels are located at 20 kilometers from our project. That's the largest solar farm of South America, and it's at 20 kilometers from our site. So the infrastructure in place, it's literally beautiful. So El Quebar has similar characteristics for those projects that are probably mineable, but we want to grow this up. The mistakes that the previous owner did, we don't want to make them. We want to go step by step and grow this up until we are very sure that what we have is completely mineable. As I said, this is the third largest undeveloped exploration project in Argentina with silver, the pure silver. The reasons to invest in Argenta are more or less the ones that I have told you. There is a proven track record coming from the Fiore Group. Companies like Goldcorp, Endeavor Mining, Asia Energy, Wheaton Precious, and others have been coming out from the group in the last 3 years. Very, very few companies have come out from the group. This is one of those. We are very, very picky on the projects that we choose, and we only take those that we see long-lasting potential and growth potential for expansion. I think that that's mostly it. If you have some questions, I'm in room 2 on the back and the left, so I will be pleased to answer those, and I think that the people has some questions too. So that's it for me, Christian.
Thanks, Joe. One question from me. I think there's an historic PEA on the project.
Yes.
What are you going to do different? What have you learned from the PEA, and what's your budget to, including exploration, to get a new PEA or PFS out?
Okay, that's a great question. Thank you for asking that. So yes, there is a PEA from Golden Minerals, but there is something that I want to point out very clearly. Mining and exploration, it's like life. We have to learn how to walk, and then we can learn how to run. In the past of the project, we have seen that the previous owner, they did things on the opposite way. They start building all this infrastructure without knowing exactly what they had. I think that probably they went too fast into the PEA stages. The PEA, it's there. It's a PEA from Golden Minerals from 2018 for El Quebar project. But I think that we need to be very conscious of that. We need to be very methodic, very systematic. We need to go step by step. At this moment, what we want to do is we want to prove to the market, after grabbing this project, that the silver is there. Then we will wait for share price to get better and run better financials. And with that, we will scale this up step by step. We don't want to rush the project. We think that it's a lot of potential. It's one of the best places in Argentina to find more minerals. So we need to go step by step.
I think we have time for a few questions from the audience.
Yes, sir.
This all sounds so fantastic, this information that you're sharing with us. I have one question. What do you see, or how do you forecast the problems, the difficulties, the challenges to overcome, let's say, for the coming 2 years?
For the coming 2 years. So the idea here, as I say, is we need to address this step by step. First thing of all is to demonstrate the continuity of the breccia of the mineralization and to address those targets that are next to us. So overcoming the problems will be mostly going into private placements and gathering the money that is necessary to address those issues and to keep developing this as well. It would be very negligent for us if we don't address, for example, the gold targets that we have in the project, or if we don't address the potential that the project has in terms of copper in some places as well. So we want to grow this in a methodic way from where we are today, slowly into bigger things. And I just want to ask before we finish very quickly, this is not about Argentina, and this is not about El Quebar. Remember, Frank Justral's vision here is to create a long-lasting company that is going to be focused on Latin America and that it's going to be focused on silver.
Okay, thanks, Joe. If anybody has any questions, please reach out to Joe. You're in room 2.
Room 2, yes. Yes.
Thanks for your presentation.
Thank you very much.